dearest gentle reader, how are you? How's the heat? I know in Abuja the heat is heating. I don't know about other parts of the country, but where I am, the heat is hot. Today we'll be talking about a light-hearted, quirky book. I was in the supermarket and my eyes just caught this book, and what drew me in was the title. It was an interesting title, so I couldn't resist it. I had to add it to my cart. So what we're talking about today is the things to do now that you're 40. Now, the caveat here is that I don't quite agree with everything she suggests, but it's a good read. It's funny, it's light-hearted, you're not nobody's screaming at you. You're just reading it in a playful way, but the message is gradually taking root. It's even written, even the fonts are, playfully are playful. The book is playfully written. It even has pictures for those of us that can't read books without pictures in them. It has pictures. So yes, the things to do now that you're 40. Let's get right into it. It was first published in the Great Britain in 2005. It is a light self-help book filled with ideas and reflections meant to encourage people in their 40s to enjoy life rather than fear aging. The book argues that turning 40 is not the beginning of the decline, but the start of a more confident and adventurous phase of life. By this age, you have enough experience and wisdom to pursue the things you may have postponed earlier in life, and who knows, maybe a fatter bank account as well. Instead of a midlife crisis, she encourages a midlife adventure. The chapters are divided. Well, of course, chapters are usually divided. What am I saying? The chapters have, major points, and then you go into the points and then she breaks it down. We have challenge yourself, we have enrich your body and mind, go back to nature, review your achievements, celebrate your creativity, upgrade your attitude, refresh your soul, reevaluate your relationships. That's the last one. So I will take them chapter by chapter and then pick out some of the quotes and the points that appeal to me. So challenge yourself. That's the first one. Try to visit one of the seven wonders of the world. Make a complete and utter fool of yourself and don't think twice about who witnessed the spectacle or what they might think. Make sure you have danced with an attractive stranger whose name you don't know. Sounds funny, doesn't it? Try to visit one of the seven wonders of the world. I'm sure some of you will be saying, do you know what my bank account is looking like?" Well, but you can plan it, you can target it and plan and execute. So anything is possible if you put your mind to it. All animals except man know that the ultimate point of life is to enjoy it. That quote is by Samuel Butler. So in the midst of all our drudgery, in the midst of your cycles, in the midst of your everyday life, remember to enjoy it. Enrich your body and mind. Learn to love your body and feel comfortable in your own skin. You don't need BBL to make you comfortable. You don't need a nose job to make you comfortable in your own skin. Find the form of dance that suits your natural rhythm and your taste in music, be it salsa, cultural dance, fuji, tango, whatever it is. Just find it and enjoy it. Realize that good looks aren't the be all and end all, but learn to make the most of what you've been given, which makes reference to this first one. Learn to love your body and feel comfortable in your own skin. If you smoke, make sure you've given up by your 40th birthday or by your next birthday at the very least. Middle age is when your age starts to show around your middle. Bob Hope. Go back to nature. Go skinny dipping in the moonlight with someone special. Hmm. Make it your goal to know the names of 40 different plants or trees. Walk barefoot through soft, warm mud. Stand outside in a torrential rainstorm until you're soaked to the skin. The day it rained here in Abuja, I told my son to go out in the rain. Go and feel the rain on your skin. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Yeah, so I told my son to go feel the rain on his skin. And he came back and he said, Mommy, that was beautiful. I said, yes, once in a while, we did it as children. And I'm waiting for the rains to, gain momentum. I will do it as well. Once we no longer live beneath our mother's heart, it is the earth with which we form the same dependent relationship. relying on its cycles and elements, helpless without its protective embrace. Louis Erdrich. Review your achievements. Think about what you used to want to do when you were growing up. Have you done it yet? If not, what's stopping you? Develop a nose for sniffing out insincerity. Look through the Guinness Book of World Records and find a record that you can match or beat. I mean, Hilda Bassey is already doing something there. Campaign for legislation you believe in. We must always change, renew, rejuvenate ourselves, otherwise, we harden. Getter. Celebrate your creativity. Start writing your thoughts, observations, and feelings in a diary. I used to do this as a child, but then my brothers read my diary and I felt like the earth should swallow me because they teased me endlessly when they after reading it. I mean, so I stopped keeping diaries a long time ago. But I like to write down my thoughts. Even in a learning environment, I write down because if I don't write it, I'll forget it. Even with this nerdy corner, I always write out what I am going to say because it just helps me. Yes, I could always type it out and print, but no, I just prefer writing. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a fine handwriting, if I do say so myself. But I think it's more than that. I do love writing. Get a pen and a piece of paper and start writing. Don't plan, but just see what comes out. Read novels that describe life in other cultures. If the places intrigue you, make plans to visit. Own at least one object simply because it is beautiful. Not because it is that this, just own it because it is beautiful. Give imaginative presents to your loved ones. Don't be predictable. If you want to make your dreams come true, wake up. Wake up to your own strength. Wake up to the role you play in your own destiny. Keith Ellis. Chapter 6. Upgrade your attitude. Take comfort in the fact that 40 is the best of all ages. You've still got your looks, but now you've got the wisdom to know what to do with them. Get over sibling rivalry or friendship rivalry or any other kind of unhealthy competitiveness. Allow yourself to lose your dignity. It's an overrated virtue anyway. Be your own life coach. Take stock of your work life, your home life, your love life, your friendships, and overall happiness, and decide what changes need to be made. Learn to get in touch with silence within yourself and know that everything in this life has a purpose. We're in the Lenten season now, and we practice a lot of silence, especially on Saturdays, where we basically it's the day that Jesus went into hell, so the whole of earth was silent. So we're encouraged to practice silence, to meditate, to go into ourselves. So yes, she stated it in the book. There are no mistakes, no coincidences. All events are blessings given to us to learn from. This is from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. She was the one that wrote the 4 stages of grief, if I remember correctly. We did it in English class. Number 7, refresh your soul. Learn to enjoy each moment to the fullest. Don't be in a hurry. I know Mondays to Fridays, I'm always in a hurry because you say that you're rushing to work, you're doing school runs, you're doing this. But during the weekends, I try to slow myself down. I try to always be in the moment. It's a conscious effort that I try to make. On weekdays, I can't help it, except I'm on leave, of course. But on weekdays, I can't help it because it's the nature of our job to be, on your feet, quick, quick, quick. But during the weekends, I try to be still and just enjoy the moments. Visit an ancient temple or holy site from a religion that is not yours and sit peacefully, experiencing the calm. Make a list of what you take for granted and then question everything. Give up something you enjoy for Lent, even if you aren't religious. She said it, yes. We grow old by deserting our ideals. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul. Samuel Ullman. And the last chapter, reevaluate your relationships. Make sure there's someone in your life you can call at 3 a.m. I'm not that person because my phone is usually on DND once it's 7 p.m. So I know that I'm not that person. But since I read this book, I'm okay, maybe I can try to be that person. But we all know the rule behind DND. If you continue to dial it, it lifts and allows your call go through. So who knows? If I'm your person that you need to call at 3 a.m., please, by all means, call. Give praise where praise is due. Learn how to listen well and to hear what's not being said. To hear what's not being said. Meet your parents on an adult level. As you get older, you start to notice that you have a lot in common with them. Use these insights to open the door to a new, mature relationship. Know that love matters more than anything else. In fact, nothing else really matters at all. Again, we cannot live only for ourselves. A thousand fibers connect us with our fellow men. And among those fibers are sympathetic threads. Our actions run as causes and they come back to us as effects. Herman Melville. So there are a lot more quotes here. There are a lot more tips on how to better your life. And like I said, you don't have to wait until you're 40. If you have the muscle, if you're mature enough to do these things, to start practicing them now, to start being mindful now, why wait till you're 40? I mean, life is for the living, right? So things to do now that you're 40. Will you be reading this? And did you enjoy this episode? Please let me know in the comment section. I'll see you next time. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.